Craft Girl here, and today I am doing baking. I am making chocolate chip cookies. Oh, the good old classic everyone knows and loves. I know there's like 1,000 different chocolate chip recipes out there. I've tried a bunch of different ones myself. Eventually I stopped at this one I have that I'll be sharing with you today. I like it very much. I've heard nothing but good things from my chocolate chip cookies from others, so I was hoping to share it. I wanted to share it with you guys today. So, and I hope you like it and enjoy. With further ado, let's just go right into it. Just make sure. Pretty sure I got everything this time. Last time I did a video, I ended up forgetting one or two things, and yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I have everything. So first thing we're going to start with is we're going to be combining our butter, brown sugar, eggs, and vanilla. So I have 1.5 cups of butter here. I like using the cubed butters for baking because they come pre-measured. 1 cube is 1/2 cup. As it says in the package here, 125 mils, 1/2 cup. So I'm going to throw 3 of these guys in because I need 1.5 cups. Brown sugar and my white sugar. I have 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 cup of white sugar. Now if you don't have any white sugar, you can just do 2 cups of brown sugar, that works too. But I find splitting it up between white and brown, it gives the cookie a better taste and texture to it. So I definitely recommend that. We've got our eggs, 2 eggs. Making sure we have no shells. I think I see a shell in there. No, we don't want a shell in our cookies. Usually I'm always so careful. And this time, I hate trying to get shells out. They're really hard to get out. I saw a trick once online on how to get shells out really easily, and I haven't seen it since though. I think I got it. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I got it. My hands are kind of messy now. Just a note, I did wash my hands before I did that, so remember, always wash your hands before you start any baking. And vanilla. I need 2 teaspoons of my vanilla here. Getting stuck on the top of the beater there. The only downside of using cube butter, sometimes it doesn't break down nice and easy for you. If I'm putting it at a little higher speed, helps break down that butter a bit better. Really well mixed now. Yeah, broke down the butter really good. Just speeding it up a little bit helps break down that butter a bit better. Alright, so next we're going to be sifting our dry ingredients. So we've got our flour, which we have 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, as I make a mess. I'm getting low on my container and I have to refill it soon. Alright, I made a bit of a mess, but I got it. So we have our flour, we have our baking powder, and our salt. on there. And the carrot muffins are the other day, and apparently I had a carrot. I thought I cleaned it all up, but apparently I had one little stray little carrot going around. There we go, and then we're just going to sift it all together. I love this little sifter I have. It works great. There we go, and it's all mixed together. I just turn it off, and there it is, everything. Really nice and easy, that one. And now we're going to add this mixture to our pudding ingredients. Just put it on low as we add it. You didn't necessarily need to sift your dry ingredients. Yet again, though, I just find it mixes better and gives the cookie a better texture if you do. Just gonna do my scraping and then mix it again. Make sure just everything's in. Now this batch of cookies I am making does a pretty big batch of cookies, so you have lots. But if you were wanting to make a smaller amount, you could definitely just cut the recipe in half and just have a smaller amount if you wanted. It can wait. Not the end of the world. Alright. And now that we have that mixed, next we're going to mix our chocolate chips. Now, the recipe calls for 1 to 2 cups, which I find is about this one bag of chocolate chips, like not these bigger bags, but the smaller bags you get. But for me, since I make so many different kinds of baking, I just buy big bags, and what I do when I mix my cookies, I literally just pour them in until I think there's enough. So I will just pour in until it looks like there's a good amount in there. That's what I want. Okay, batter's getting stuck again to the sides, not mixing, and this happens once in a while. Sometimes it mixes just perfectly fine, doesn't stick really, other times not so much. It happens. Today is just one of those days, I guess, for me, that it's wanting to not mix perfectly and stick to the sides of the bowl and onto the beater. I'm going to throw it back in. My counter is clean. I do not like to waste, so always make sure I have counters clean just in case a little bit of batter falls off on the side. I can just throw it back in. And I'm going to add a little more chocolate chips. Off now. Getting the batter cleaned off as much as I can of the batter is always a tedious task, it seems like, but not the least. I remember when I was a kid, when my mom would make cookies, she'd always let me lick the store thing, whatever this is called, mixer part. When she was done with it, I always loved it. As I've gotten older, I find that obviously something you enjoy when you're a kid more than anything, right? Alright, so I have those well mixed, and what I'm going to do, just because I was having such issues with the thing sticking, I'm just going to make sure it's good and mixed. It looks like it is. The chocolate chips look good to me too. So, I think we're good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get my pan out here. Back that direction a bit. And I'm going to get my parchment paper out, because we're going to line this with parchment paper. I love parchment paper. It's awesome. Curls at the edges, I always flip it that way so I don't have curling problems. And I'll get my cookie scoop out. I did forget something, my cookie scoop. Give me a second here. There it is, I have my cookie scoop. Alright, so. Scoop out my cookies. Of course, you can just use a normal spoon and just plop it on your pan. That's what I used to always do. But I do really like having a cookie scoop, especially if you do bake more. Make cookies quite a bit, like I do some days. Cookie scoops really come in handy. They're really nice, give you a nice uniform cookie all the way around. It's my preferred, definitely use a cookie scoop. I'm probably spraying these apart a little too much. No, spread that far apart necessarily. There's one tray. Let's get the other tray out here. Line this one with parchment paper as well. I probably should have done that before I get my hands still on it, but oh well. Parchment paper's gonna get dough on it anyways, so not the end of the world. Having all that excess dough around the edge of my cookie scoop. So I always make sure I take that off before I plop the cookie down. It's bad habit of throwing them too far apart when they don't really need to be that far apart, honestly. Alright, so there we go. We got 2 trays of cookies. As with my oven, I only have 2 trays in the oven, so I can only put 2 trays of cookies in at a time. Alright, so I already have my oven preset to 375 here. So what we're going to do, we're taking 2 trays. And so, as you can see, 375. And we're going to throw these in the oven. Alright, in the oven. And I believe, yeah, these were 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer to 8 minutes. And we're checking my 8 minutes. If they need 2 more minutes, we'll put them on 2 more minutes at that time. Now, as you can see, I have lots of cookie dough left over. Now, if you want, you could obviously make all the cookies. But for me, I don't need that many cookies in my house. My husband's diabetic, so he can't eat all this stuff, and I can't eat it all myself. So I freeze my cookies. Now, I will not show you how I do that today because I've actually already done a video and I've posted it. So I'll put a link in the description below for how I freeze my unbaked cookies. So for now, though, I'm just going to do this on my own, and we'll be right back when the cookies are done baking. Alright then, so the timer has gone off. I've turned it off already, and the cookies are done. It took just over 10 minutes. I had to check them a few times actually, but they are done. So as you can see, there's like a light brown, there's a browning around the edge. You don't want to have too dark of a browning around the edge, but you do want like a light, barely anything. So actually these ones are a little better to show you. You see how it's a darker browning around the edge, but it's very just light, barely browned on the middle. And that's how you want them to look, because if you do it any longer, they're going to burn on you, and they're not going to taste good, obviously, when they're burnt. But that's it. They're really delicious. I love this recipe. I will put the description, I'll put the recipe in the description below for you guys to try it out. And I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to hit that like and subscribe to see more videos, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!